Hello, friends. Welcome to the Iyah Iyah Perspective podcast. This is my take on how Nigerians are subsidizing corruption for persons in government, where I speak plainly about what really is happening in our country without fear or favor. Today, I want to talk about something that's right in front of us, but many pretend not to see that Nigerians are now subsidizing corruption, not just with money, but with their silence, their suffering, and their forced endurance. Let's go back a bit, listeners. When the government removed the fuel subsidy, they said it was for the good of the country. They told us subsidy was a scam, that it was unsustainable, that Nigeria was broke. They told us to tighten our belts so the nation could survive, move forward. But what happened after? Food prices quadrupled, fuel prices tripled, transport became unbearable. Electricity tariffs shot up. Taxes increased on everything. Even the smallest transaction online now attracts a charge. Meanwhile, Nigerians' salaries stayed the same or disappeared altogether for those who lost their jobs. And yet, the same government that told the people to sacrifice, to tighten their belt, started spending money more than ever before. They increased allowances for their legislators, subventions for governors, constituency budgets for lawmakers were padded, and luxury spending in the presidency. Billions are being approved for travels, vehicle renovations, and frivolous specs, all while the average Nigerian can't even afford a bag of rice or a mudu of rice. Friends, let's be honest with ourselves. This isn't economic reform. This is a state sponsored indulgence. How can a government justify removing subsidies on essential good for the poor while subsidizing the luxury of those in power? How and why can't you see what's happening? Look, you can't say you are saving the economy when what you are really saving is your own comfort. Even the World Bank and the IMF have raised eyebrows. These institutions that are not usually on the side of the poor are saying it plainly, in plain sight, that Nigeria's government lack transparency, accountability, and fiscal discipline. They warned us, and they are still warning us, that if you are removing subsidies and increasing taxes, then the savings must go into public welfare, into healthcare, into education, and infrastructure that are visible and follow procurement processes. But where is that money? No one can trace the monies. And when you try to ask questions, very innocent and basic questions, you are met with arrogance or silence or pushback by their surrogates. Recalling some few days ago, if I may ask you, did you watch the Minister of Works on a Rice television when the journalist Rufai Oseni asked very basic questions about the cost of projects and how funds were being used? He dodged, he deflected, he gaslighted, he chided around the facts. If public officials like Mr. Omahi can be transparent on national television, folks, tell me, what do you think happens behind closed doors? Now, here's another bitter truth. Even parts of the media that should be holding power to account have become compromised. Some journalists, commentators, and influencers have been bought over. Plain and simple. They take government contracts or appointments on the side, then come back to the airwaves to defend incompetence and insult Nigerians for complaining. They twist narratives, gaslight the suffering public, and call genuine critics enemies of progress. This is why you see coordinated talking points across certain TV stations, blogs, and social media handles. They will tell you things are improving, or it's too early to judge, or people just like complaining. But behind the cameras, these same folks are collecting envelopes. These same folks are collecting government adverts or political favors to help manage the public's anger. It's all a show, friends, and Nigerians are paying for the ticket. We have reached a point where corruption is not only being practiced, it's being marketed, packaged nicely, and sold back to the people through propaganda. And some of our media platforms have become part of that marketing team. That's the truth. Let me be clear here, friends. Not every journalist or commentator is guilty of this. There are still courageous voices in the press, people who ask hard questions and risk everything to tell the truth. But those ones are often sidelined, gaslighted, attacked, or accused of being sponsored by the opposition or foreign governments. That's how low the bar has fallen in Nigeria. And this matters because when the truth is covered up, the people lose their only weapon, which is awareness. Meanwhile, in the real world, ordinary Nigerians are being crushed under the weight of bad policies, while the elite travel in convoys. Nigerians are trekking because they can't afford transport, while officials fly abroad for medical care. Hospitals here are closing, while governors share palliatives among themselves and their political surrogates or cronies or attack dogs. Nigerian citizens are lining up for crumbs. Let's not pretend. This is not a shared sacrifice, it is a shared deception. And so my take is this, and it is simple. Nigerians are not just subsidizing a broken system. We are subsidizing corruption, greed, propaganda, and media silence all at once. It's a complete package. We are paying the price for leadership without empathy, governance without accountability, and journalism without integrity. But the truth must be told that no matter how buried a truth is, it has a way of resurfacing. And when it does, the question will be not just of what, but who helped to cover it up. Until leadership chooses transparency and the media remembers its duty to the people instead of the powerful, Nigeria will keep bleeding. Not from lack of resources, but from lack of honesty. That's my take. This has been Iyah Iyah Perspectives. Thanks for listening. Stay away, stay vocal, stay on board. If this message provoked your thoughts in any way, please like it, follow my channel, and share with your friends. Until next time, bye for now.